It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies secured the opening tip, and we're underway on Beale Street in Memphis. Anderson. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
It's Rockets ball.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem, all of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
James Harden, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Short jumper off the mark. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Missed it. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Kyle Anderson. Conley to Gasol. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. To Kyle Anderson. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Conley defended by Tucker. Here comes the screen. And count the basket inside.
It's so good to see a healthy Mike Conley out there running the show. He only played 12 games last season, but when he's healthy like this, that kid's special.
James Harden, 3 for 4. Good start.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Short jumper won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're gonna lower the chances of them making that shot.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 2. Anderson to Conley. Defense making the ball handler work. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Paul across the timeline. 2-point advantage. To Harden. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harden into the front court. The score 10-8. Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Short jumper won't fall. Memphis, they've got it. Conley guarded by CP3. Knocked loose. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Grizzlies retain the possession. Conley. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Missed a wide open look. This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. He got it away just in time. And this game's all tied up at the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied up at 10 apiece as the second quarter gets underway. And now Houston has the basketball.
Screen coming.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. James Harden. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Conley into the front court. 10-all is our score. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
We're going to see a team take the lead here.
Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Here comes the screen. To Jaren Jackson. Driving right to the basket. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Two-point shot for James Harden. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Conley into the front court. It's 12-10. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Grizzlies own the basketball. Conley. Around the perimeter to Kyle Anderson. Conley here against Knight. Has a chance. Conley shot off the mark. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here we go.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 5. Not done yet. And the rebound by Nene. Over to the right side. Harden. Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. Oh, Capella up to...
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Conley knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. Paul. To Harden. Paul. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Anderson to Gasol. Paul. To Harden.
Got him.
Gordon with a shot off the mark. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. He just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. All lined up and ready for the jump. Memphis with the rock. Rockets have it. Sizing up the defense to P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Paul to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul into the front court. Up by 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To Kyle Anderson. Gasol to Kyle Anderson. Deep 3 at the buzzer. No time left. The Rockets with the lead.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. The Rockets have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies are in need of some changes at the half. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game trap. Steals.
The Memphis Grizzlies have already given up a number of steals in this game, and that's indicative of a careless attitude. That must be corrected immediately if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Player of the half.
James Harden was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Houston takes over. Paul to Capella. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. Conley into the front court. The deficit is 6. Here comes the screen. Conley to Gasol. Marc Gasol. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Paul to Harden. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 86% from the line. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. It's Grizzlies ball. Conley picked up by Paul. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Paul with it up top. Up 5. To P.J. Tucker. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. James Harden trying to cash in. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Conley to Gasol. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Marc Gasol, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the first. able to convert on both free throws. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Shot from the lane won't go. Conley into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Gasol. Knocked loose. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella, so it's going to stay with Memphis. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Anderson. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 5. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marcus Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
That's off the side of the rim, short. From the painted area, won't go down. Houston with the basketball.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Paul. Trying to cash in. Ooh, Chris Paul. 4 out of 7.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Kyle Anderson. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it in the right corner. Tucker to Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Paul to Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Gasol. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Paul driving, but he can't connect.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol looking good. 4 for 5.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Paul. Man, that was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Oh, emphatic slam. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Rockets in front. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Conley sizing up Eric Gordon to Gasol. Rockets have the steal.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Paul, down low Capella. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Conley. Screen coming. To Conley. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Rockets have the ball. Paul. Probing the defense to Paul. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys trail now by 4. To Gasol. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul across the timeline. Leads 3. And the Grizzlies able to clear the rebound. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. To Conley. Beyond the arc for 3. Good contest on the 3. Conley misses.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Conley into the front court. His guys down 3. To Gasol. Short jumper misses. Another shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
No good. Tucker. 4-3. Steps out and hits.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Kyle Anderson matched up with James Ennis. Knocked loose. Conley. Here comes the screen. To Conley. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Capella knocked loose. Taken away by the Grizzlies. Conley. And the basket good at the rim. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fans who volunteered at our recent food run. We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 10, Eric Gordon.
Paul to Harden.
Number 7,
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Conley to Kyle Anderson. Conley to Kyle Anderson. 5 to shoot. Fires the three, and he knocks it down, Jay.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Two for two on that trip. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
if you know everything about our team, turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Anderson. Conley against Chris Paul. Goes to the right side. Anderson. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad just when they needed it.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were solid in today's victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all of the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Steals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.
James Harden could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.